Who's ready to start the game? Mosaic Mysteries, Part 1. We got a puzzle. Ooh, look at this. As it's filling in the puzzle. It says how many pieces, 64 pieces. Ooh, we get some. So there are 30 puzzles. I wonder if it gives you some accolade when you finish it, so that you can tell. Ooh, this one, deep creatures. Ooh, that's freaky. Looks like we've got more underwater stuff. Got a nice little dragonfly here. Dragon. Red Tyrant. Alright, so let's start with Forest Moon. Alright, so we're looking for this tree thing. There is a way to... Yeah, you right click it. Okay, so you can't see when you've grabbed it. Alright, I hear you. So it's got this like blue part, like right here. It's probably that right there. Yeah. Okay. Ah, it's not taking it. It's a little strict, huh? I'm pretty convinced that's not what it is, actually. It actually goes somewhere else, doesn't it? Right? No, that's it. That's it right there. Hey, it's really strict. Hey, Doug! Underwater stuff. My favorite. This is a very specific and strict game. I had to click really particular. Like it goes there, but I missed it by just a little bit. There we go. Hey, we got two pieces together. How are you doing tonight? We're looking for this right here. Okay, so it actually nests right there. The more you complete of this, the quicker it'll go, no doubt. Ah. Goes right there. Come on. Like that, yeah. Seems very strict with the placement drops. It definitely has some strictness involved, yes. Like it goes right there. So can we actually... Yay, first try. Yeah, that one was a little bit of a guess. It's up the side. It's probably across the bottom, I would say. Like right here, right? Come on, pick it up. Yeah. Should get easier as a absolutely, I actually already said that. I want to say this one goes like this. Perhaps. It's got this blue on the right. Wait. Doesn't go there. You can also shuffle it. In case it's getting a little confusing. Aha! Notice the curvature of the glass there. Not just like in real life, you can't just use a hammer, right? I wish you could. You could use a hammer on puzzles, wouldn't that be fun? This one's got grass across the bottom. Ooh, that's bright. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, don't stare directly at the sun there. Or is that the moon? So that's water. Like this. No, it's upside down. I think it goes like this. Right there. Now we got all clouds and stuff. Imagine some of these can get pretty tricky. So are all the puzzles like this with the spotlight? I think it's all the same approach. I want to say it goes like right here. I have a reasonably keen eye when it comes to the direction of things. This looks upside down, for example. Like this one goes right there. Okay. I have done another puzzle game similar to this one, where it was just a picture that you manipulated though. So it shouldn't be hard. There we go. And I was like blasting through it. This one's not going to be as blast through. Music's pretty calming though. I can definitely sense it's starting to get easier already. But, how's your weekend shaping up, Doug? What have you got going on? That one was a guess, based off the shape. I have to sneeze. Ooh. I'm allergic to stained glass or something. And this has to go here, come on. There's no other place it could go. Just finished a game we've been playing for a few days, and it's called Dying Light, a zombie game from a few years back. Dying Light, what does it play like? what would you say the closest thing you compare it to? Got trees on this one. This is a fun piece. Let's save that one for later. Right now I'm trying to build it without using any of the spotlight because I've gotten so far into it. I also want to do it without using the shuffle button. Maybe there's an achievement for that. Oh, I don't care about achievements though. I seem like I would be the kind that does care about achievements, but I don't know. I'm turned off by people telling me how I should play the game or objectives that I should have while playing games. Those fireworks. Day not mechanic, but the enemies are significantly faster and stronger at night. Huh. Is it a first-person shooter? Hey, Casually Vintage, getting an ad for PS5 Pro as well when you haven't had a PlayStation since the PS2. Why can't I place my magnifying glass? Oh, lights on. Light off. Okay, there we go. That's cool, the reflection of the cursor. How's it going, Casual? It's first person, not really a shooter though, more emphasis on avoiding enemies or melee combat. First person stabbing, then. 1847. Wait, no. It did not take me 18 minutes and 47 seconds. I haven't even been streaming that long. Puzzle list. Okay, so I do have an award there. Okay, so at least it lets me know. Dusk Cathedral. Oh, you can play hard mode. Fun. Light on. Ooh, this one's a bit bright. Alright, we gotta look for some bright yellow, like right here. I feel like there's a lot of yellow, so maybe we go for not yellows first. Like that blue spot right there. We got blue in the northwest. So it probably ends up here. Oh, okay. Further to the left than that. There it is. First piece. So we've got this guy. I want to try to do each of these without shuffling. Yeah, it's gonna take a little longer, likely. But I like challenges. In a game with reasonable repetition, you kind of have to invoke your own challenges. Your parents bought you the PS2? It was only really interesting in Frogger. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas looked basically like real life, which is crazy to think about. I know, right? Some of those old games are like, that's so realistic. When Mario 64 came out, like, that's such an amazing, realistic game. And now you're like, how did I think this was amazing? Even though the game is fun, it's just, how did I think it was amazing? It's just all about the timing, I guess. I don't know if this goes here. It does not go there. It goes there. it doesn't go there either. Where does it go then? They got me on this one. Right? It doesn't go there. Well, let's try to use the yellow as a... It does go there. It absolutely does go there. It just looked like it didn't. The colors didn't look correct. Tortilla flat, what's happening? I'm doing some puzzles. It's been a little while since I've had a nice puzzle. This is a calming one too. That spire looks like it goes in the corner. It has its own corner shape though. We got blue down here. This is water-ish. Is that the only water? Yeah, that's the only water. Right there. It's interesting because the shades are slightly off. Come on. The shades are slightly off than what they are in the... So I have to pay attention to that. You think it could get pretty soon a plateau on graphic quality? I was wondering that myself, because now that things are looking relatively close to realistic and lifelike, where does it go from there, right? That means people can't just use something shiny and get away with attraction. It's got to be unique in storyline. Like, games didn't have a lot going for them when it came to, like, look at the Atari, Coleco, NES. You couldn't be hyper realistic with those games. So you went with ingenuity, uniqueness, and kind of like an ingenuity and like mechanics. Like, you've got this plumber jumping on turtles. Like, it's not realistic in the least, but he didn't have to be. But then once people started to get realistic, I feel like they kind of lost their creative touch in some ways. Now they gotta get back to that, right? Yeah, the PSP that came with a Star Wars Battlefront with the Darth Vader on the art on the back. PS5 Pro is like $100 more for a minuscule difference. Yeah, I know. Then again, who's to say what's going to be out in 2030? Even modern games that go for photorealism kind of remind you of older FMV games. You're talking like the 90s, like Saturn games and stuff. Like those was it the FMV games? Were those popular on the Saturn? Is that the one that they came out on a lot? Ooh, this one's a tricky one. I'd rather go for this one. Right there. Ooh, this is a mixture of difficult. Aha. I wanna do this one next. That's it right there. Thank you. Just click the thing. There we go. Think VR might be the way to go here? The FMV games peaked in the 90s, but I'm wondering if they peaked in the 90s because they weren't good after that, or people just kind of stopped making them. See, the Wheel of Fortune has decided me playing a puzzle game now. Yes, that is correct. I'm playing a puzzle game now. So we played our horror game last time. That's hard to believe that was 9 days ago. I've been a busy person for the last 9 days. Good to be able to stream again. So this clearly is the corner. I want to believe that goes here. But it may not. It goes there. Okay. Oh, wow. Aha. Because this is split into what seems like 3 frames. So when you have a border, it doesn't... No, 2. 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't wait for it to say you're playing Kenshi now. I have a lot of people who want me to play a lot of games. Kenshi. I don't think I know that one. How come that does not sound familiar to me? Really, it goes like this. Down here? Yeah. Oh, it goes across the bottom. Click it. Even clicking the piece, you have to be like, I'm clicking right here and it does not grab it. You have to actually be touching the piece. Ah, there it is. Kenshi is Daggerfall on crack with ninjas, but less fantasy and more science. Kenshi's that game where you can get your own arm cut off and it stays that way. Oh my. Oh my, that sounds a bit extreme. Can you like go to like the depot and get a new arm or something? Hopefully. Wait a second. Why is this one confusing me? Oh. There it goes. So you stick a pathetic in there. Yeah. Have I heard of RimWorld? Yes, I've heard of it. It's that top-down strategy game, right? Start with basically nothing. RimWorld looks like a lot of fun. I haven't really watched any gameplay, so if I ever actually do get RimWorld, I'd be very new to it. In every way. Ooh, see, that piece went beyond the border. It's stuck a little bit into the border next to it. Trying to be a little sneaky. Probably like right here, right? A little further up. There we go. Can we do this one without looking? No. I was close. Slay the Spire would be fun to get to. I've gotten a couple of games like Slay the Spire. Kenshi's pretty similar to the concept to Kenshi, but Kenshi, a little more going on. You like Daggerfall Code Spaghetti. RimWorld is AI driven? What do you mean by that? Oh, now I get dark pieces. Let's try to do the greens first. I feel like these spots are going to tell us what it is and where it goes. No, it doesn't go there, does it? Yeah, it goes there. I latched onto that yellow piece instantly. There? No. Ah, it's over there. I should have seen it. I'm on a roll right now. Big roll right now. It's just part of it is what pieces come up, the other part is what you've already done. Success! Oh, okay, so that 1902, that's what time it is. It's 1902 o'clock. That's what it is. Kenshi is also the name of that blind ninja from Mortal Kombat. Which Mortal Kombat is that? That can't be the first couple, right? Is that like after the N64 days? RimWorld doesn't have a set story, but AI storytellers and a bunch of random events. Huh. It also has beep. What do you mean by beep? Are you censoring yourself, or is that like a sound effect? Alright, puzzle list. Hey, we got that. Castle Mountain, this one's really neat. It's got greens, it's got yellows, and it's got blues, and it's got whites. So let's start with simple piece right here. Boom, first try. Aw, come on. There we go. Third try. So we got yellow, right? This one's gonna be way easier than the last one. You can sense it. Is there like keyboard shortcuts? Like, I don't want to click help to see if there's a menu, but I feel like help is going to give me a clue, and I don't want to use help. Click the thingy. That's not it, is it? I might have to wait on this one. You don't remember the exact Mortal Kombat it was introduced in, maybe Deadly Alliance. It's also been around for probably the last 20 or so years in several Mortal Kombat games. I don't know why I don't know Kenshi. I don't really keep up with the Mortal Kombat though, so that's probably a fair reason. I want to do this piece. It seems like it'd be helpful. So it feels like it goes right here. I can ascribe more clues to it. 'Cause it looks like it should go. I'm not missing something, am I? It's not this border, is it? Oh, it's the border right here. Okay. That was rude. I wonder if you get an achievement or a different award for doing it completely blind with no light on. Ooh, that's a good one. Probably goes right here, yeah? We got part of the castle going. It looks like Louisiana or something. Come on. Boom. Now we got small pieces. The bigger the piece, the easier it is, especially early game. This is gonna be a rough go, trying to find where one of these goes. We got these flowery things though. Flower cluster right here. Is that it right there? Maybe on the other side. Yeah, it goes over here. It's interesting how it exceeds the boundary in certain areas. So I'm gonna have to pay more attention. Like right here, this spot right here is actually not lit up until I go there, which means it's part of a piece. That is an interesting way to do it. Hey, that was a guess right there. It just seemed logical. So this right here is a tell. Or can that be right there? I think I was close. Yeah, I was close. Oh, it's that little hook up into the top there. I was just speaking of that. Probably goes like that, yeah. Ooh, this piece is big, but I don't see an immediate spot for it. Yeah, it goes in here somewhere. Hey. That's not where it goes? No, it goes on the other side. now we're getting to the point of consistent knowledge of where they probably should go. It is pretty satisfying once they start falling into place. Aha! I knew that one wouldn't be nearly as long. That one only took 10 minutes. Enough with the confetti. I want to look at the picture. Thank you. Alright, so let's go from here on, let's see if we can remember to pick our favorite spot, like our favorite spotlight spot on the picture. I think my favorite spot on this one, it might be like this spot right here. I don't know why, but these little rocks right here, they kind of speak to me. It feels like there's a story that they're not telling in that spot right there. I think that has to be my favorite spot on this one. Back on the puzzle list, the moon, clearly the moon is the best one, is the spot for here. And I think for this one, my favorite spot would probably be the red spot on this rooftop. All right, let's go to the mountain stream. Ooh, we got a variety of colors in this one. I like this one already. You know the whole trick where you start with the corners when you do puzzles? Yeah, I totally planned that. So, directly north of that spot. Hey, we start using like cues. Like it's north of this spot here and it's east of this spot here. Boom. All right, maybe that'll help us in the early stages. So let's see if we can do that again with this one. Okay, so it's directly south of here and directly west of here. Ah, that was a little off. Hey. Because there's not a lot to gauge by in the early games. Like, you're kind of placing blind with no references. You gotta do something to help yourself out. Oh, where does this one go? I'm trying to do this guy. Is it there? Yeah, it's there. All right, we got some blues going on. Purple, there we go. My second favorite color. Oh, I hit the shuffle button. Oh, I wanted to do this whole game without shuffling. That's a sad moment right there. Could press help now that you're finished and see what it does. Oh, after it's over. Okay, I'll try to remember to do that. Because right now I wish I could re-pick up that piece, but can I do that without going over and clicking it? Save me some time. You can place your light? Of course you can. Look, you can place it. I should have taken a clue from when I could do that when the puzzle was finished. This game just got a little bit easier. And by that I mean a lot easier. But nice to know. Oh, this game got kind of too easy now, I feel. I don't know. I was having fun doing this without stopping my little magnifying glass. If I get a different award because I've been stopping my magnifying glass, I'm gonna go back and do it again. Oh man. I feel like it's right here-ish. Ah, there it is. Self-imposed challenges. I love self-imposed challenges. They are my favorite. I say, who cares about Steam achievements? My self-imposed challenges outrank any Steam achievement that could ever be. I've done so many self-imposed challenges. Actually, Doug and I, remember Doug? We've done a lot of self-imposed challenges in real life, in person with each other. Those were some of the good old days. All right, where's this guy go? This game's not going to take as long as I thought if I could do this. Which, if my goal is to beat every Steam game, then I don't mind the game being quicker. NES Contra Pacifist mode always comes to mind. Yes, the first stage Pacifist. Now people make a speedrun out of Pacifist mode. Like, they're the real crazy ones. Not sure if you've seen speedruns of Pacifist mode in Contra. They're impressive. Down here, isn't it? I feel like I'm less intimate with the puzzle, which is kind of sad. Like, if I wasn't stopping my little spotlight thing, I feel like I would know where this one goes a little quicker, for example. And I'm kind of relying on just knowing segments of the puzzle instead of the whole puzzle. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't use the whole stop thing. It's gotta be that, right? Just didn't look like it at first. I don't know why. Oh, okay. I do find it interesting how the pieces themselves are not one-to-one compared to the picture behind it. It adds to the challenge a bit. Oh, that feels like that piece I just put. It looks like you'd be able to cut yourself on it. That's not good. Glad I didn't get these tiny pieces early. Alright, we'll see if we get the same award. Alright, well we'll try the help button, see what that does. We'll wait for the confetti. Left click to drop the illuminated watch glass. Right click to rotate the selected piece. Left click to select or deselect a piece. Left click on the shuffle button to view available pieces. Oh, okay. It's the same award. Deep creatures. Oh, no thank you. Oh, this is actually kind of freaky. Oh, I just got a chill to run up my spine. Oh, I do not like this one. I do not like this one. Holy crap. Oh, this one's bothering me. I don't do well with this kind of stuff, by the way. I'm trying to keep it together. My fear of underwater scenarios would not lend itself to playing Subnautica. I do not look forward to that game at all, in the least. That game could ruin me. That game could actually ruin me. Thankfully, I think this is the only one that's kind of awkward, challenging for me. Even look at, kind of awkward. The other underwater one I don't think will be as bad. Over here. I think I might go like here, yeah? These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. I don't like it. Do not like. But if I am one thing, I am persistent. Despite the challenges. When playing Super Mario 64, the eel level, Dire Docks, was extremely hard for me to get over. But once I was able to get over that, now I look back and like, how was I even afraid of this? So, anything can be overcome. Anything. See the bubbles here, right? Once I start putting the monster together, yeah, he's staring at me the whole time. Maybe I'll put him together last. See how he likes it. Notice I'm keeping my my spyglass kind of away from it. Oh, there's this thing. No? Ah, it's this one. I did not sign up for this. Actually, I kind of did. Did I ever play Endless Ocean for the Wii? It's a good diving sim. I'm sure it is. I have no doubt. I've heard about it. But no, I have not played it. I've not even seen it. I've gotten a couple of underwater games, but thankfully they have been more on the cartoony side and less than realistic side, therefore more manageable. No? It's this one. It's gotta go like right there. Yeah, there we go. Just waiting for Nutty Putty Cave Simulator VR to What is that? Best underwater game of the time is clearly SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Man. I'd rather get that than Subnautica. It's sparing me. The monster pieces are not showing up. Like all these right here. Oh, probably goes like here. But I'm kind of glad this one's early, get it out of the way. This is part of it. And as it starts to form, maybe part of the thrill against this one in my psyche is that it's so dark. It's already quite dark. So it doesn't do it any favors. Doesn't go there. It doesn't, it goes there. They looked almost identical. I don't know what willpower will be in me to be able to play those games. It is going to be an interesting time if one of those shows up. I want to say it goes there. No, it probably goes there. Yeah. The deep is dark and full of terrors. Toasted Dojin, welcome back. I didn't realize that you were the one that said, oh, okay, yeah, Nutty Putty is such an innocuous name for such a terrifying real-life incident. Not Google Nutty Putty Cave. Alright, I won't. Thanks for the warning. I wasn't going to, oh, we got the teeth. We're gonna save that one. But how's it going, Toasted Ocean? How's your Daggerfall going? There's an eyeball. He doesn't look that scary now. Now that the darkness is clearing. Yeah, one of my only weaknesses that I can think of is underwater photography. Well, just when that popped up like that gave me a tingle in my spine when that happened. Why? Why does it do that to me? Yeah, underwater pictures. I don't know why. They're the worst. The weirdest thing is I can watch documentaries on underwater all day long, like actual documentaries and film. But show me like pictures of the same thing will freak me out, and I don't know why that's any different. I can never understand it. Makes no logical sense. Like if I was afraid of underwater, you would think I'd be afraid of everything underwater. But it doesn't seem to lend that way. Alright, now I'm probably good. We're getting to the end. Well, see, like it's kind of awkward, like it's not nice, but like it's not the worst thing. When it was darker, it's the darkness, I think. Alright, back to here. Jungle flowers. Look at this one. We got lots of pink. Oh, they're already in though. These aren't actual puzzle pieces. We've got 3 frames basically. Still grinding away? Nice. Nice. How many hours do you think you have in it? Have you been keeping track? So it took me 79 hours to finish the game, start to finish. Having never really seen it ever before. Curious how long you'll end up spending on it yourself. Oh, okay, so it doesn't go below here. This is the bottom. Usually I have a reference of some kind to see the bottom, but there's no reference. Alright, where does this one go? No way. Right there. It would have been nice. Not that the song is that bad, but it's the only song. There's only the one song. It would have been nice to have a couple other songs. Like when I played Asian Riddles 4, that one had several different songs that would cycle through. This? No. Steam tells you you're 127 hours so far. Wow. Maybe the moving pictures don't let the brain run away with a sensation of trepidation. I'm wondering, and it's weird too because, say like an old, because we had some underwater documentaries. It wasn't necessarily anything that I can remember that was specific, like the Titanic or anything. It was just underwater aqua life and stuff. And I don't remember, like whenever I was watching it, I was perfectly fine. But when pausing it and like leaving the room and coming back, I think that was fine too. But when I was homeschooled and there were so many, like the science books and stuff, and when it got to the underwater chapters, like we had to cover all the pictures whenever I was reading about the underwater, which like, it was weird. Made my mom crazy that I would freak out about it. She just didn't understand it. And I didn't either. Like, I didn't have any choice. And it didn't have to be deep sea. It didn't have to be super deep underwater. Like, there was this one picture. It was just slightly submerged in a river with manatees. And you could see the manatees. You could even see a little bit above the water. And that one really got me. And I don't know why. So it's like, I'm not afraid of deep underwater intrinsically. All sorts of underwater things could trigger me back then. And perhaps even could still today. I don't test the waters. Pun intended. I don't know. My mind is weird. But we are beyond that puzzle. We made it. Success. You were thinking the same thing about the music a couple minutes ago? It looped 3 to 4 different songs. That would be better. Blue Planet is an amazing multi-part documentary about life underwater. Is that done by the National Geographic? Ooh, this blue waterfall spot or whatever. Okay, well, this is not a waterfall. I thought it was a waterfall because it was vertical. There? It's probably over here. It's across the bottom. The BBC did that one? Okay. I knew it was like a big project from one particular entity, company, syndicate, whatever you want to call it. This one right here is kind of throwing me. I don't think it should be. Oh, there it is. If I use the shuffle button, this game would be way easier, I think. So yeah, but speaking of self-imposed challenges, are there any out there that any of you are pretty proud of? I've got plenty of self-imposed challenges I'm pretty proud of. I'd love to hear if any of you out there have done any self-imposed challenges on, doesn't matter the system or the game or the challenge. You think you did a pretty awesome job limiting yourself and succeeding. I'm all ears. I feel like it goes here somewhere. Completely fascinated with deep sea creatures. You all, well, that's something I think we're gonna have a mutually exclusive ideal. Like, how do you know about all these underwater games? I didn't realize that. Did not realize that about you. I don't think we can be. I don't think we can be friends anymore. I'm kidding, but yeah, that's a bit extreme. As long as you don't have like pictures of sharks like your bedroom or something and I happen to see them someday. Hey, found it. Like, do you know anybody else other than me that's like terrified, like just has a phobia of certain things like related to underwater? I know it's a reasonably common phobia, but mine's awkward because it's kind of limited to still photography and pictures. And they don't even have to be photographs. It could be sketches. There was this one picture in one of my books that was a colored pencil drawing of a section view of a beach that went down the different layers into the ocean. And it was only one page. If not, maybe it was 2 pages. Like when you opened the book, it went across both pages, but it was colored pencil, and that one really got me. He once made a custom team in Super Bases Loaded, played against them on the highest difficulty, and won with the perfect. Wow, Super Bases Loaded. Would that be like arguably the hardest thing you could do in the game? Harder than any of the standard gameplay modes? When your grandfather was alive, he was terrified of water in general. It stemmed from a near drowning incident when he was a child. I think you actually told me about that. It was out on a lake or something, right? Wouldn't even go in a swimming pool. Whew. So that's afraid of being around it, but would photographs trigger him, or movies with that showed like the Titanic movie? Would he like not watch that? Are you aware of that? Super Bases Loaded. I don't think I've played that game. I played the original Bases Loaded for the NES. I still have it. I have it right next to me, actually. It's right down there. But that's the only one I've played. And I think you have to win like stinking 86 games to beat that game. Or something like that. It's a long, long game. Yeah, it goes right there. This one's a little annoying. Kind of doing more logic and reasoning right now instead of spying things out. Super Bases Loaded is a good one. You got it for your birthday one year and played it a ton. You needed the extra challenge. Ryan Sandberg, but not the Major League Baseball. So it had was that like one specific player that they added to the game, even though they did not add the roster, is what you're saying? I feel like the only baseball game anyone has ever mentioned for the Super Nintendo are the Ken Griffey Jr. ones. What about Baseball Simulator 2000 or something like that? That's the only one I hear about, I think. It's basically only on the cover art. Oh. Oh, speaking of Ken Griffey, did anyone ever actually get to see the dog that speed ran Ken Griffey at Awesome Games Done Quick this year? Did anyone get a chance to see that? Or Summer Games Done Quick, I mean? Did anyone get a chance to see that? I think the name of the dog is Peanut Butter. It's a Shiba Inu. And it speed ran Ken Griffey Jr. on Super Nintendo, I believe. The dog. I'm not gonna spoil how it went, but it was I have to find where this goes. It was a nail biter. That was worth watching. Highly recommend digging that one out. Why is this one not? Oh, it just didn't look like it fit there. Oh, there it goes. Where is it going? Baseball Simulator 1000. How many sports games have I played on Ultimate Steam Quest? I played two sports games, and they weren't realistic sports games. They were kind of cartoony in their own way. I know I played the Super Liquid Soccer, the Football Manager one. I don't know if I count that one. Yes, you can. You count it as a sports game, but you're not playing a sports. You're not playing the sport in that one. Like, you're not one of the characters. Right? 1 second. All right, let's see here. So yeah, sports games. We're 1/5 of the way through, and it's been so this is about a 6-hour game. I thought it was gonna be like 16 hours. Next page. Desert Palace. Oh, this one's gonna be a tougher one. Hopefully we get some blue pieces. We did not get some blue pieces. Alright, desert. Where's that tree at? Well, starting with a gigantic piece is very helpful. But yeah, sports games. So I played I guess if you want to consider that Football Simulator to be a sports game, sure. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with that. It's okay. Consider that a sports game. So it'll be that one, the Super Liquid Soccer, and then a track, like a 100-meter dash, 10-meter dash, and 200-meter dash, like track sim. It plays kind of like co-op, where you have to press like left, right to move the character's legs in sync with himself, and you have to run faster than the AI opponents, which only ever get faster every time you beat them. So That game was a little awkward to find an ending, so I kind of just played until I unlocked everything, and to my knowledge. Since the AI always gets better and faster. That was one of my earlier ones. We're talking like Speed, I think it was called Speed Stars. And that one was very early on, like in my first 20 games, I think. Those, I think, are the only 3 sports games I've played. I rolled another one, which was like a T-ball game, which seemed like it was kind of like a bases loaded style, but with kids. It was very cartoony. I was thinking $50. Like, well, that's above my limit. I'm allowed to skip this one, so I ended up not playing that one. It also turns out, as I was reading, it did not have very high reviews. I don't remember what it was called. But sports games, I thought there would be way more sports games that I'd be getting than I have been. And not that I won't play them or enjoy them necessarily, but they're not on my preferred list of games in general, just sports games as a whole. Never have been a huge fan of sports games. I definitely understand their place in the gaming world. Not taking that away from them. But not necessarily my cup of tea. Okay, so these are all low-end pieces. Where is that red spot? Is that it over there? I'm trying to get this one. Oh, wait. I misunderstood the shape of it. It looked like this and this were connected. They were not. I feel like the industry figured out its saturation point for sports games about 20 years ago. Also, I wonder if it got consolidated a bit, like NFL Y2K25, Y2K26, Y2K27 is like, and it was like, yeah, everyone seems to like those games. We can't really compete, so no one's trying, right? So EA kind of took over, and they're not going to compete with themselves by putting out like multiple different types of sports games for the same sport, right? They're just going to do the Y2K26 and leave it at that, and they'll do that every year. They'll make their money. That continues the engine of their sports games, and everyone enjoys it. And everyone else who wants to might be get into the market, they're like, ooh, this is a tough market to break because everyone buys just that one game and they're happy with it. So I feel like EA kind of cornered the market a bit. That's the way I interpret it. I could be very wrong. I used to have like Madden, and then used to have all those spin-offs like the NCAA, and then you had your silly ones like NBA Jam, and then you had things like the fun racing games, like the Need for Speed, so if you want to call those, if you want to classify those as the sports games. I feel like racing games are one of the few titles that actually has a bit of competition in the market still. Madden and FIFA are probably the 2 longest running sports franchises, if you were to guess. That does sound about right. With the popularity of the FIFA games, right there. Okay. Seems like you can't really, unless you're doing something off the wall like Super Liquid Soccer did. But then again, you're stuck being an indie title at that point. I don't feel like any large company is going to try to make a silly sports game. The era of silly sports games are probably over. But like big title ones, that is. Like we likely will never see another NBA Jam game. It has been around since the 80s. The first one came out on the Apple II. Got the one on the like 11.5 by 7 floppy disk. Did the Apple use those extra large floppies, right? We never had an Apple computer. We had an Atom computer, but that used cassette tapes and I think the large floppies, right? But being it used such fragile hardware, my dad really wouldn't let us play on the Atom computer. Oh, we got to play on the Amiga though, because those were hard disks, harder than the floppy disks. It's a tree, isn't it? Okay, where's this tree at? There it is. Found you. Can't hide forever. Just checking, John Madden Football was originally on the Apple II and exclusive to it. Later ported to DOS and Commodore 64. Was it pretty pixelated? Like your characters are a bunch of squares on the screen or something? Or did it have a little more detail than that? Where's this one go? I'm trying to look for this guy. It seems like it shouldn't be too difficult. On the left. It's probably right here, yeah? If I pick it up, maybe it'll give me a more understanding of how large it really is. Hey, where is this one? Can't find that one. Let's go to the one below it. That one's easy. Okay, there it is. Still want to find this one with the purple on it, right here. It's bugging me. Maybe we should try one of these where we don't look at it, but we're allowed to shuffle. Mix it up a bit. Because why not, right? Where we turn our light off. We play in the dark. That could be interesting. Maybe we do one that's not extremely homogenistic with its colors. Give us a fighting chance. I still don't know where this one goes. I still don't know where this one goes. It goes right there. Okay. I felt like the curvature meant something, but I just couldn't see it. The colors were so awkward. The Apple II used the larger 5-quarter floppies, the ones that were actually floppy. I thought so. Did the Atom also have that capability with the 5.5s? Were there multiple versions of the Atom computer? Or like maybe one did, one didn't? Being that I wasn't able to use the Apple, I didn't have a lot of experience knowing what it even offered. This thing looks like, I don't know, Tennessee or something. Haha! Yeah, that one took a little while. But we got it. So my favorite one clearly is the sun. But I don't know, the globe right here is pretty neat. Fairy Tale Castle. Okay, let's turn our light off. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Are we even gonna be able to start this one? Well, we're allowed to shuffle. Hey, 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 hey. We got a starter right here. This is a good one. There? Come on. There. Got one. We might have to go across the top first. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, that was a good one. Tell me I'm doing this faster than I have. Like I said, shuffling I think is not cheating, but definitely the easier way to go about this game. When you're not allowed to shuffle, you're kind of forced into a position of having to figure it out. Like this goes across the bottom, maybe? I don't know where that one goes. Can we yellow this one? Very strict. I don't see us getting it. We perhaps could, but it may take a while. I don't even know if there's castles over here, for example. We had a good start too. Yeah, but yeah. Hey, that one was good. Okay, so there is. I was wondering if there was another, because it was here. Ooh. Still can't get that. pivotal castle piece. Alright, we finally got some kind of structure going. Waiting for something that sticks out. This guy again, huh? Oh, I found something that stuck out. No, it doesn't go right there? It sort of looked like it did. Alright, we can have a chance at maybe some purples now. Maybe. This one right here seems like a good one that we can hunt for. Killing it now. Wow, this one's back. Yeah, I think I tried that one a little too high up last time. Got one. Not quite yet. There it is. No, it's that one. Oh, it's not. It's that. This one's back. Oh, that's weird. That's stuck into a different piece. Very misleading. YOLO. Boom. I didn't expect that to work. Okay, so we got castles in the foreground now. I would argue I maybe finished this sooner than if I had used my spotlight. That's the power of shuffling. I will say I think I had more fun doing it that way. But that puzzle it lent itself to being able to be done like that. Easier than some. Let's try this one. I didn't even look at it. I don't even know what it looks like. Oh, this one's gonna be rough. I don't even know where to start. Well, we've got what looks like a corner piece. Yeah, that's where we start. It's like a bird. Okay. Maybe this one we don't do this. Looks like some kind of like marshmallow. Start spamming clicks. It's not so easy because it goes back to the collection, and if you fail, and it actually wears on the hand having to click. Okay, so that one was a little lucky, I will say, because that could have gone on either of the three sides, and it went exactly there. I think you can see the nook for the beak. The nook for the beak. You're talking something like that right there, or also what beak? That almost looks like it went there. It is more engaging doing it this way. Oh, I didn't look to see if I got a special award. Like, this one kind of looks like it lends itself to this side. I wish there was a regrab button, but maybe that would be too simple. Rate limits, the bane of spammers. Yeah, if I was able to just like click randomly across the screen with no repercussion, then yeah. Hey, we got something going here. That changes the whole game if you could do that. Oh, look at that. First try. This definitely sort of probably maybe goes here. Definitely slowing this one down a bit by doing this one this way. You just have a piece with a bird on it? Oh no, there's absolutely several pieces with birds on them. It seems like this one has a bird on it. The blue on the left side of this piece is a bird. So with multiple birds, I'm not really thinking like, well, this bird could go here. It's on the left. Yes, it goes up there. Okay. Hey. Oh, this one again. Come on. It's over there. So like this right here, like, so This bird could be sitting on any, like, one of these areas. Hard to tell. Hey. Kinda wanna make this one work. I don't think I know. So we need to get more oh, is this one back? Hey, we need to get more maybe we just cycle till we finish the edges. Like this piece, I will almost guarantee you this piece goes on the right wall. Almost guarantee you. It also would be nicer if we could click the piece a little easier. Does it go down here? Hey, that's good. Alright, I think I see the tail of the bird just to the left of my cursor. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got a bird forming there. Okay, this one has to go over here, right? There we go. Alright, there's his beak. Oops. Nice. Now it's actually working. Oh, wait. It looked like it went on the edge. This one may have a home I can put it in. Right there, yes. When I first started this one, I did not think it would be going this well. Maybe this one? I will say that the undertones of the piano in this song kind of gives me a little bit of Super Metroid vibe when you're in Meridia. If anyone's ever played that. Song reminds me of Meridia. Let's try and find the rest of the reds and yellows as I get distracted. There we go. Now can we find that one? Yes. This almost looks like a snake. Like, I wonder if they did that on purpose. I know it's not a snake, but it reminds me of a snake. I want to try to get that one, which in and of itself kind of looks like a bird. That one there. I'm surprised I don't have more of the ceiling done. I thought I'd get a lot more, but it's so vague. I don't have a reference point. It's like a sock puppet. Oh, that's too bad I covered it up. I wanted to see that. See if I can see the sock puppet too. Yeah, tortilla flats. Do you have a self-imposed game challenge that you've done for yourself that you are proud of? Like I said, I've got several. I've got many self-imposed challenges I've done over the years. So I love hearing about other people's challenges. It's gotta go like right here, right? Or something? Can't, there we go. Now we're starting to see the top take shape. You, where do you go? Like, weren't you doing some self-imposed challenges with Retropolis? Oh, it doesn't go there? I guess not. There we go. A lot for Jedi Academy 2, for example, only Psycho... Is that Jedi Academy 2? Not sure what JA2 is then. Jagged Alliance 2, for example, only Psychos, no, only shotguns, probably a lot more, but Arch Nemesis is Torchless, Blood Moon, Darkest Dungeon. I've not played that game, so I don't know the implications of how difficult that is or is not. Darkest Dungeon was actually in one of my listings to roll earlier on. I think it was over a year ago. It was in my 12. In fact, my YouTube channel, which I feature the randomizer, I think Darkest Dungeon is in that role that I show on my YouTube channel, that I highlight the randomizer. And I did not get it. Instead, I got a game that would not load, which is unfortunate because it looked like a fun puzzle game. But the game refused to load. It's a good thing it was only a couple dollars. So it goes this way. This way, I believe 99% chance this piece goes like this, based on the bird shapes. Just don't see where it goes. This one goes like, there we go. I found that one finally. I told you about my Jagged Alliance, right? You love Darkest Dungeon, but Torchless is brutal unless you either really know what you're doing or you min-max, which you refuse to min-max. For example, you really dislike the most OP character and never use them. Yeah, I get you there. Did I tell you about my did I tell you about my Jagged Alliance run? The game that Jagged Alliance is the game that inspired me to do Ultimate Steam Quest. Yeah, I thought I did. Is that one you think you'd consider doing? I think it goes like this. Yes. Now we're finally starting to get the birds in here. There you go. I don't know if I'm gonna do another torchless run. It's taking a lot of time. I already proved I can do it. Not all these puzzles are created equal. This has to be a top piece, right? Right? No? Maybe not. There. It's something. Let's see if we can find this guy. Oh, look, here's his head. Yes. My Jagged Alliance run is not for the faint of heart. Yes. Unusually ruthless exclusive. But you can save scum the crap out of it. There's no other way to do it. And I did it on the easiest skill level, I think, which also helps. Doing it on a harder skill level could make it very unrealistic. Hey, got the snake piece in. Finally getting the top in. That's gotta go up here, right? Oh, we're finally getting it done. Oh, man, that one was wild. You know, someone on Twitch did a Biff and Flow only. I don't know Jagged Alliance 2, but it sounds like it might be similar to Ruben only. I had to guess. Alright, we're almost a third of the way through. No extra benefit. No accolade, nothing. So let's go. Azure Balloons, nice. Let's turn it back on. Let's play this game for real. Get this going. Feels good to have my lights turned back on. Actually, I have my since the only time I ever played Jagged Alliance was my Ruben only playthrough when I played for the first time. I actually have my Steam game counter. I can see how many hours it took me to do that run. I'm curious because I don't remember. Let me look real quick how long it took me. So, Jagged Alliance, 36 hours. Okay, so that was a 36-hour run. But it makes total sense, one, because it's arguably probably one of the hardest ways to play the game. The little I know about the game anyway. And two, I never played the game before. That was my first playthrough. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know you could modify your gunshots to be like more accurate or less accurate. Like there were so many things I did not do in that game because I didn't know you could. Which made it extra awesome, I guess. Or extra annoying, depending on how you look at it. Why can't I find this piece? It doesn't straddle the... It does. You saw that guy and you were immediately in love? Yeah, well, no, I was not in love with him. I just wanted to see... Because I always waffle when it comes to how I want to do something, when I have so many options. And when you don't know the game, okay, you literally know nothing about the game. You don't know what's good, you don't know what's bad, you don't know what you're going up against. Like, is explosives good? I don't know. Is it important and necessary to beat the game? I don't know. Who should I start the game with? Is it permadeath? Like, I don't know anything about the game. So like, I don't know what I'm gonna start with. I don't know who to purchase or who to hire. So like, well, let's just do something silly and play with the lowest costing hero or mercenary in the board. So I did. And like, I didn't know what I was doing. It took me a while just to figure out the controls. I didn't even know how to fast travel. I didn't know how to move I didn't know how to move between zones. I didn't know anything. So for me to have to make a choice on what characters to hire, like, it's such a hard thing for me. So that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna do it my own way. I don't know what came over me. I didn't know how hard it truly was gonna be. And I had no idea that Ruben doesn't level up. I tried over and over and over again to train him, and it got me nothing. I'm like, is this game broken? Like, well, I guess I picked the only character who does not level up. Or something like that. As I learned later. But, so did I fall in love with him? Not really. I got used to him though. I must have reloaded that game thousands of times. As I was playing it. These clouds are kind of fascinating. They kind of remind me of scales on a serpent or something. I feel like it goes this way. This would have been a fun one to do without my light, but I had had enough of that for now. Will I do another one without a light? I don't know. We'll see. It's because it's governed by intelligence or something, and the guy who carved his family up with a hedge trimmer and then recharged it in the middle of it doesn't have a lot of intelligence. usually ruthless. That's funny. His backstory kind of did help seal the deal, it's true. Like, who came up with that? And would someone be able to get away with that in today's world? Making a character that has done something like that? Would that be okay? Or not today? Does it go up here? Yeah, it goes up there. But sounds like you've, if I remember correctly as well, that you have played through Jagged Alliance 1, right? All the way through? These clouds are starting to look the same. No, you just read the wiki and watched it partially. Oh, really? Your knowledge of the game made it sound like you've played through it. It's definitely an interesting game. It's fun too that and like I said, I played that one before, the Ultimate Steam Quest, so if I get Jagged Alliance, I'm gonna have to play it again. But during the Steam Quest. Games that I've beaten outside of the Steam Quest, which I've gotten one. I had to play one game that I've beaten before. So I beat it again. But if I had to play through it again, I don't think I would do that same challenge. Even though now I know how to play the game. My favorite part on this one is probably, I think this center strip right here. It's my favorite piece on here. I don't know. It's so textured. Almost looks like they're making some kind of candy. Sailing. What did it say? Sailing frigate. All right. Yeah, let's see how fast we can beat this one. So it's 2040, but we'll be able to mix. All right, we can use the shuffle button. We'll see if we can like speed run this one. We'll use all the tools available to us. Hyper focus. Oh, interesting. That wasn't an actual corner. I feel like I can put this piece in pretty easily. There it goes. This one lends itself in a way where you probably don't need to do much shuffling because all the pieces that come up are pretty determinable. All of them. So are they still putting out content for Ratropolis? Or have they like moved on to a different title? Are they done? They kind of retired a bit? It's like 7 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. We think they're doing Retopia now. A colony builder. So it's not like a roguelite deck builder. Colony builder is akin to what? Like what might be one of the most akin? Almost finished with page 2. Monument Valley Gate. This one looks cool. What do we got? What do we got? East one. No? Oh, it's framed. That's right. The arch. I almost clicked it in the right spot. Retopia. Oh, it's part of the column. Not really into that genre, maybe like Dwarf Fortress, really simplified. That's kind of what I was thinking, was that kind of like would you consider RimWorld to be like a colony builder? Is that am I understanding that game correctly by saying that? I've not really watched anything on it. I've just seen screenshots or thumbnails of it, other people playing it. I never really hopped in to see how it worked. Partly because I just got so much of my own stuff going on. Oh, it does go up there, okay. Looks a little bit like it, but you haven't played it either. Gotcha. I want to build the arch in its entirety. Let's just favor arch pieces. Hello? Oh, this is an end piece, not an arch piece. Does go there. This whole thing is one big piece. Simpler than Dwarf Fortress is nearly a tautology. I don't know if I know what that word means. tautology. Right there. Hey. First rule of Tautology Club is the first rule of... Is that supposed to clue me in on what tautology means? Now we're starting to make some progress. A statement that's always true. Gotcha. In other words, anything is simpler than Dwarf Fortress? Is that what you're getting at? If I'm understanding you correctly. That was a big piece. It might have been the biggest piece yet. Ta-da! That little dot right there, that's gotta be the best. It just sticks out so much. The mechanics on Dwarf's Fortress are immensely complex. Unnecessarily, or does it all kind of work? Oh, I didn't actually look at this one. Oh, it's the repeat. Next page. The Ancient Submarine. See, this one's not so bad. I think the more threatening the existence of the underwater is, the more it triggers. Although that doesn't have to be true, because just the existence of dark underwater with no fauna can still trigger me. If done right. Just the dark unknown, right? Like, where does this piece go? This piece is messy. This is very messy. Maybe I don't worry about that one. This puzzle actually is going to be complex in its own ways. Oh, nice. I just slapped it down. Works really well, but has a steep learning curve. I'm cool with steep learning curves. Like 4X games that are complex by nature. Those could be pretty fun to me. Stellaris is a decent example, although without a lot of the expansions, Stellaris is kind of simplistic compared to what it could be, and it's the only version I played as the base game with no expansions. I got this one again. Stellaris is all right. This one's awkward. Oh, that's also awkward. That being really close but not connecting. So maybe we look for the fishes first. That's not helpful. Because this array of blues is tough. Well, this has signs of life here. There we go. Let's get some of that going. Good. Aha. Trying to think of some of the other games I've played that have had a lot of steep learning curves. So that I've beaten like 1,000 different games in my life, or close to it actually. I know because I have a spreadsheet of every game I've completed. I'll have to show it someday. I haven't been keeping up with the Steam games because I have my Google spreadsheet. I keep track of all that, so I haven't bothered adding it to my master spreadsheet. There we go. But outside of Steam, I have every single game documented that I've completed. So that combined with the almost 200 games on Steam, I guess maybe I'm probably closer to like 800 games that I've finished. Something like that. Yeah, let's get this little mollusk going. I've completed games across the spectrum. Alright, this piece... baffles me a little bit. Huh. This puzzle's a tough one. Just you'd think this red spot right here would be a dead giveaway. But it is not. Ah, it is. It's in the torpedo nose of this submersible. This game does not leave you a lot of room to blink. It is absolutely tiring out my eyes pretty quick. It's on the right track. Right here. Let's do the darker stuff. Or not. Huh. Where's this one go? There it is. Now it's starting to come together. Suppose I probably should use my my magnifying glass, my spotlight. Ah, it goes over there, okay. Oh, it's an upward one. I would not have figured that in that moment. Ah, there it was. Alright, now it comes down to the difficult beige colors. Beige is definitely on the list of harder to determine color patterns in mass. So I'm going way more by shape right now than I am by color. Ta-dam! So my favorite on this one, probably these two guys right here. I like these two guys. The Lonely Lighthouse. We'll probably stop after the Dragonfly Grove. That'll be the halfway point. Whoa. These blues. Excuse me. What? That little spot right there? What is that spot right there? Weird. weird. I think it's in the background, so it's gonna go away. It's just weird. It feels like it absolutely goes here. Yes. I don't want to work with the browns right now. They're easier to do more by shape than by color. So it kind of looks like a turtle. Let's move on from that. Ah, looks like it went there. Oh, it goes down here. That one was weird. So this song kind of reminds me of Flashback, The Quest for Identity. A little bit, not a lot, but just some of the tones in the song. I think it's the bass line that does it. Notice I'm leaving a certain type of picture color scheme to the end. So now it's gonna be way easier to put it together. That was a nice one. I think I like this little house right here. The actual house of the lighthouse. Alright, last one for tonight. Dragonfly Grove. See if we can get the wings first. It'd be fun to just like focus on the wings and the tail. Make an exception for the tail. Is it that? I think it is. Yes. Happy little happy little house. The majestic mountain in the background. I feel like if we can get the central area completed, everything else will just like magically come to fruition around it. Right here. There it is. That was a little awkward. I've got a soft spot for bugs. I think bugs are really cool. Breaking my rule. Okay. No, that's not his face. How do you get the Pixel Bob emote? That's funny. I've never seen that one that I can think of. Alright, we've kind of gotten most of the bug. Probably only a couple pieces left. That one right there. There it is. Boom. Then we got the other part of his face. Oh, I know. I thought it would be like easier to connect all the rest of the pieces, but these pieces are not going to be easy in their own right. Especially since I haven't gotten familiar with the puzzle. I was just focusing on Mr. Dragonfly. That's a big piece. There's not a lot of variety outside of the bug. Let's see if we can find those flowers. Come on. It's not the right ones. That's a good piece to find though, right? Where does that go? Oh, I found the flowers. Huh. That was odd. Very odd piece. This one with the two little red things here, those, oh, there they go. Like, what? Looks like it got a little bit of a misstep here on this piece showing up. I suppose depending on the order that you build it, you would never know that that little thing is right there. And you wouldn't be able to catch it. This one right here, like, where does this one go? Maybe I should stop focusing on the little hook on it and just look at the rest of it. It just goes right there. Oh, okay. It steps over. Interesting. Ah. There's still not green stuff around. Almost looks like a carrot there. So it is over here. No. That one's got me. I've seen that before. Oh, it got me. This one's getting me. I guess I did all the easy pieces first. Oh, there it is. It's right there. I gotta find it so I could say it. Oh, I just walked past the other flowers. This is my vendetta here. Maybe we've reached the stage of we do it last because we can. Not showing up again. It's hiding from me. He knows his days are numbered. Oh, it does go there? Ah, this guy. I swear it goes right here somewhere. Hey, there we go. The other one that doesn't want to show up is the flowers. Oh, wait, no, I already got him. Never mind, it was that giant piece. Got it. There it is. Got him. He made the mistake of coming to the same place twice. Returning to the scene of the crime. They say never to do that, right? Oh, he did it. Now the bugs. The other half of the bug's face. Maybe we saved that one for last. In honor of the bug. There it is. Here's the bug's face. Alright, we could probably rock it from here. Just grabbing a piece at random. That's the bug's face. Ah, dragonfly. All right, well, only 3 hours in and we're halfway through. Again, I thought this was gonna be like a 16-hour game. I was expecting more complexity and difficulty of the pieces and the way that it works. But now that I know I can like lock my magnifying glass somewhere, it made the game simpler. But we'll pause from here. Pick this one back up. Reaching the halfway point, 15 out of 30 done.